We're live on the internet.
What?
We just went live.
I gotta close my car. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
All right.
I'll be here talking. Hey, what's up, internet? There goes Corey. He's taking off with the pipe. Where you going, man? He's running away. He's running away with the pipe. I said there would be a late night live stream if y'all wanted it. It's loud in here, and that's hardly my fault. But it's just super loud in here, you know what I mean? And the reason why it's super loud in here right now, we are filling all of I guess the new warehouse aquariums, as I posted in the title. The warehouse aquariums are flooded. They're flooded with water. They are flooded with water, which is what they're supposed to do. And the floor is still dry, so we've managed to get all 16 tanks up and running. Look at how happy he is that we're not eating ice cream right now.
Yes.
But we did have cookies.
We did.
We did have cookies in lieu of ice cream.
Don't let my wife know.
Never mind, we didn't have, there was no cookies, never mind. We've just been here lifting weights and working hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it, that's all we've been doing. So, that's what's going on.
I've been doing thrust squats the whole time.
It's power squats.
Yeah.
Big, deep knee bends. He's been getting low.
Look at this valve. So happy.
Check out the purling valve. Let me switch you guys around here. I think that's the button that does that.
Extreme close-up.
It's extreme. So here's some of the valve that is actually getting converted to this.
Came in rough.
Yeah, it's getting converted to the submerged form instead of the immersed form that a lot of the farms grow to sell out. You can see how brown it turned. It is a little bit. It is a little bit hard on a lot of plants to transition. I often get this question, just how difficult it is to transition plants. Sometimes it's easy. This is just one of those times where it's hard, but you can see how much they're purling right now. And you can see like the new bright green shoots that are coming out that will be converted in probably, I don't know, what do you think, a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that?
This shipment came in a couple weeks ago. It came in really rough, so
Yeah.
we've been sitting on it for a while. Whereas something like these crypts, they came in on Monday, I think, or last Friday, maybe last Friday, and they're just starting to melt down now, but they look a lot different once they're melted down. So this plant is the same plant as over here.
Yeah. Oh, we got no lights. We got darkness. We got darkness, Murphy.
But this is the same plant right here, melted down.
Yeah.
So
there you go. That's the big difference right there. You can see how much more compact the leaves are. The coloring is a lot different.
Yep.
And once they convert this beautiful plant underwater, it is a beautiful plant above water too. But I don't know anybody that has that wet of a garden. You know what I mean? To really keep them going or warm enough for them. So, but as you can see,
I just want to show this.
Oh,
These beasts off.
we got to check out this monster flame sword down here. Look at this thing.
They want me to sell. They want me to sell these, and they're like too big to ship. And these are all grown leaves.
Look at how big that pot is.
Yeah.
It's in a giant pot.
And look how many you get. Like, there's probably 4 or 5 plants in here if I was to take it out.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, yeah, you should sell these. I'm like, that costs $1 million to ship. And then everyone's going to be sad when this dies back because it's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look like these guys down in there.
Yeah.
Those are the new leaves that were grown, so they've been here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the color. That's, flame sword.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I know a guy that needs flame sword like that.
you can take that home.
It's just so big.
Yeah.
It's just so big, a flame sword.
Ah, whoa, don't die.
Whoa, I almost fell down.
Yeah, don't die.
It's hard to operate my cell phone and not fall down. Oh, look at that. Some little
Water change, yeah.
little water change on some Malaysian trumpet snails.
So we refill this like several times a day. It's just and we
This
keep
is
green beans so I can eat.
Little Malaysian trumpet snails. If anybody knows what these little buggers are, you can see that they're called Malaysian trumpet snails because they're kind of a little trumpety horn shape.
Yeah.
These guys are fantastic for getting down into your substrate, keeping your substrate kind of turned and aerated and not getting you know, too compacted and stuff like that. They really come out at night. They're not out very much during the daytime, so it is nice that they're not like all over the glass and stuff like that during the daytime. They normally come out and do their business in the evening time when they come out to do things. What else is there anything cracking here that we need to...
I don't know, I always like watching...
Yeah, this is a little...
Goldfish?
The goldfish warehouse buddy.
It's on duckweed patrol.
Duckweed patrol.
Yeah.
Oh, this little goldfish. I always say hi to this little goldfish.
Little Randy.
Does it have a name?
No, not really.
Okay.
These are cool. Like,
I shall call you Fred after my other goldfishes.
I don't know if we have any pictures online yet because I always forget to take pictures. But these are super cool, the marble swords.
Oh, those are cool.
But they look way cooler. But these are all the leaves that are going to die back. And this is like the little baby leaf we've grown so far.
Oh, yeah.
But they look really cool. They just got to finish melting.
Just taking the time. This is the kind of the behind-the-scenes warehouse. You guys normally see the unboxing, which normally happens on this little cart right here. We're behind the scenes. We're in the warehouse.
Here's some more. This is a more immersed grown.
Oh, here you go.
So this is chain sword.
Yeah.
And all of these are little seed pods. This is all grown up out of the water. So this would be flowers and seed pods. And then these, like, I don't know if we have any new growth yet.
This one's fairly new because this is almost, you know, this will only happen above the water.
Yeah. So we're just starting to get some growth in the very center. Like that leaf right there, that is a submerged growing leaf. It's much thinner.
You can see how thin it is.
So you see how this is like a blade shape, where these, when you look at them, how they're like bulbous at the end. So we only have like one, but this will convert in the span of a week. All this is going to melt down. And people ask me a lot of times, like, should I tear that off? This is the food to make that happen.
Yep.
So, like, over here on the Amazon swords, we're, you know, converting. They look really bad, but it's actually a really good sign when you've got, like, this going on right here.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got this leaf being consumed. If you had this going on in an established aquarium, you're like, oh, maybe a nitrogen deficiency. But all these immersed grown leaves, all the big ones on the outside, it's going to consume to make all the new leaves. So you can see we've consumed, you know, 3/4 of one leaf, and we've made 2 leaves or 3 leaves. So we've got 3 immersed. So by the time this is done converting, it'll be a nice big bushy plant. And if you were to get something like this, like let's say you ordered it up and you're like, oh, what's going on? You could just pinch them off and make it look nice, but really you're best if you leave them on there.
Right. Just let them happen.
Yeah, and so you can just kind of, this is what would be the real plant. And that's the thing, it's like kind of a catch-22 of, we like to leave it on there, and most places will take it off before they ship it, and you get this little plant, you're going, at least it doesn't melt down on you, because a lot of people are like, oh, you sold me a plant's dying. It's like, no, it's just finishing converting. So,
yeah, a lot of people send out their plants too early. I know that, I guess too early might be the
it's not
wrong.
too early, it's earlier.
It's just earlier, yeah.
Yeah, same thing's going on here. These are all chain swords, and you can see they're melting back a lot, but if you see in the water, they do have all the new growth. You can see the new growth, all that's the new growth. So all this consuming, putting that out, and this process in a tank with lots of CO2 and nutrients takes like a week or so. So yeah,
awesome. So we got a little update on some of the plants here. If you guys want some plants, go ahead and head over to the Aquarium Co-op. These guys,
cool.
They take orders 24 hours a day. There is something cool? What's going on?
What
do we got?
Madagascar lace plants are flowering, waiting to be bought. These are all flowers. If you wanted to propagate these, so this is Madagascar lace, and that's what this plant is right here. It's got this lacy leaf. If you were trying to propagate these, you would take a paintbrush and cross-pollinate the stamens. So you get basically their pollen and their, you know, and you cross between them. This is a pod that hasn't opened up yet, so this is gonna be, you know, a nice flower. But this one's kind of a white, this one's a purple. You can get some different colors, and all the Apontagitans do that.
Yeah.
So what these do is they kind of bloom, and they cross-pollinate, they make a bunch of seeds, they drop down, it dries out.
Right.
And then, like, when I say dries out, I mean the river is gone, then they come back. So in your aquarium, they'll make all these cool flowers, then they die off, and then they come back like a month later with you know, vigor, And this can go from this plant or just a bulb to something massive in like the span of like 2 weeks or less. So they're really fast growing.
Yeah, that's basically what Vicky has going right now.
And you can see some crazy things. Like, look how small this plant is, but look how big the flower is. Like, you would assume all that was from that giant one, but they grow really fast, which is cool.
Yeah, they're a cool plant, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. All right, so we should give you guys a full, now that it seems like most people are here and whatnot.
Most people are here.
No, the aquarium co-op did not flood. We have flooded the new aquariums. We actually have 16 aquariums running now. Well, not we, Corey does, but we got them done. Yeah. We flooded them with water, so they're actually running now. I'll actually show you guys what we got going on. I gotta turn it around. So you can see here, we got tanks, and then we'll go around to the other side. So there's 8 on either side, you know, up and down. We got a higher level and a lower level. And so on the other side, these ones weren't done yet, but now they are all filled with water, overflowing, and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
So
we gotta put some elbows in, raise the water levels, and put some lights on. But that's doesn't take 2 people to do that.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't take 2 people to put the lights on. We'll probably.
And it's Sassy's birthday. I gotta get home before midnight to wish Sassy a happy birthday.
We'll probably have one of the employees put some lights up tomorrow because they can handle that.
They can manage that.
But yeah, happy to say we got this all done. He's got to get home for the puppy's birthday.
These are all 40 breeders. Someone was asking what sizes are. All the tanks in the warehouse are 40 breeders.
These are all 40 breeders. I'll post an edited video of what we built here, like a time lapse and all that kind of stuff, and links to the racks and all that stuff will be coming up probably Saturday or maybe a Sunday video. I'm not sure when that will exactly come out, but tomorrow I'll have a live stream at 3 o'clock. Check that out. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which I have no idea GMT anymore. I think it's -7 or something like that. I'm not sure. But that's what's going on. So I will be back on the internet at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks everybody for coming out and clicking the like button and all that stuff.
Yeah. Don't forget to click the like button. Do it.
Click the like button. I guess we gotta appease the Skynet. Otherwise, Skynet
likes for Sassy's birthday.
Yeah, likes for Sassy's birthday. Yeah. That's right. So thanks for coming out on a super late night stream. And I guess everybody have a good night out there. Stay safe. Don't light off any fireworks.
I'm on my way home.
On our way home. I gotta drive real far. Yeah. Oh, are you sure you stopped streaming? You know where the button is?
Where's the button?
I don't know where the button is. Does anybody see the button around here?
Is that it?
Is this the button?
Over there?
What about that button?
No, is that it?
Is it we poke that one?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tap that one.